Good morning and welcome back to day 6. So last night wasn't the most peaceful night of sleep we've gotten because we're kind of close to the freeway where trucks are pulling on and off. And also, I didn't even realize this, but we are close to the train tracks here because it drove by and honked its horn 15 times last night. So still got a decent night's sleep, but definitely don't want to stay here again. So we're gonna go find somewhere else. I think I'm driving into Albuquerque. Also, last night, the other day when I camped out at that Cracker Barrel, I got some of these buttermints because buttermints are delicious. And I fell asleep with one of them in my bed, and I woke up and it was completely disintegrated, turned to dust all over the bed. So I had to vacuum that up this morning, which is why I've got my handy dandy dust buster charging, something that my girlfriend got me. So that's been really helpful. Anyways, I think before I hit the road today, I'm gonna head over inside the truck stop, use the bathroom, maybe pick up an energy drink or something. Ooh, it's cold. Loves. Love me some loves. So, sadly, this gas station does not have a shower. So I think today I'm gonna head into Albuquerque so I can get a shower and then get into some wilderness camping out in the desert because we're getting real close to that line where all that BLM and wilderness camping basically ends, and it's almost going to be all stealth camping from there, except for in national forests. And basically what I mean by that is all of that free camping that I get to do out in the wilderness is done on BLM land, which is Bureau of Land Management owned land, which is public lands, basically land that's owned by the government that they allow the public to use for basically whatever they want. And once you get past New Mexico, pretty much there is none of it unless you're going into a national forest, which is essentially the same thing. But yeah, I think we're gonna do a little bit of wilderness camping tonight, and in honor of Breaking Bad, we're gonna cook up some of that crystal rock. And by crystal rock, I mean we're gonna go to the store and pick up all the ingredients to make some blue sugar rock candy. But first, we gotta make it to Albuquerque because it's 3 hours away. And hitting up Albuquerque and going to hang out in the desert like they did in Breaking Bad was something I saw commented on my YouTube multiple times. So that's why we're going to do that. And I think it'll be pretty cool too. But honestly, now that I have to wake up and immediately do a 3-hour drive really makes me wish that I had driven further last night. I guess it'll be nicer to do this drive during the day. We have made it to Albuquerque. We're actually just south of the city. And I am pulling into Walmart right now to pick up some of the supplies for both dinner tonight and to make our rock candy. All right, so I don't need to get that much stuff. I have a recipe pulled up on my phone. All I need is corn syrup, flavoring, and then food coloring basically, because I have everything else I need. All right, so ideally I'd be getting blueberry flavor extract, but they don't have any, so I think I'm just gonna go with lemon for the flavor of the rock candy. And then I think for dinner tonight, I'm going to do just stuffed peppers, because I already have the peppers. All I really need for that is ground turkey, because I have cheese, peppers, onions, tomato paste, and everything you'd already need to make the stuffed peppers, but I mean, that's pretty much everything I need. Corn syrup, flavoring, food coloring. I have the other ingredients. I think the only thing I have left to get is a candy thermometer so that I can make sure that I make this correctly. Candy thermometer. All right, so we've got everything we need. I also got a refill for my soda stream because I haven't gotten one in a while. If you guys didn't know, I do have a soda stream in the van so that I can make myself Diet Coke and not have to buy the cans or the bottles because they take up so much room in my fridge. So I'm glad that I got this. And this is also going to be my first time making any kind of candy like this, so I hope I do it well. Apparently you have to be pretty picky about what temperature the candy gets to, so that's why I got that thermometer. And this is where I keep my soda stream in this cabinet. I'm gonna go find myself a Planet Fitness, and I think there's one right nearby here that I can go to and take a shower tonight. There we go. Bubbly drinks, here I come. All right, let's go get us a shower. It truly is so nice
that there are so many of these all over the country. Because without them, I would be much dirtier than I already am. Towel, shampoo, conditioner, and then a change of clothes. Oh, so much better. I always feel rejuvenated after a nice shower, especially when I go 2 or 3 days without one. Whew, it is cold out though. Need to get a hoodie back on. And when I'm done with my showers, I typically just hang my towel up, like right here on this cabinet handle, and just kind of let it air dry right there. And then put my dirty laundry up in there, and then all of my toiletries just go back up there. As I said that, I realized that I left all of this stuff in the gym, so I had to run back in and grab it real quick. All right, so the spot that we're headed to right now is located on some BLM land that's just south of where we are right now. I think it's like 30 minutes south, but it's right in the desert and should have a pretty nice view of the mountains. It should be a pretty good place to camp for the night. So it's like 30 minutes away, so I'll check in with you guys once I get there. All right, so it's actually closer to an hour away, so it's getting closer to sunset than I wanted to, but it's down this kind of like small backcountry road, and then eventually it'll break off onto a dirt road that'll take me onto some BLM land where we can camp. And there we go. It's the beginning of the dirt road, taking us back into the BLM land. All right, after 2 miles of washboard dirt roads, we finally found a little pull-off we can pull into, and it's actually a pretty nice spot. I pull up like right here, it's a little bit more level, and this is gonna be home for day 6. Pretty nice views. So I think I'm gonna get started on cooking that candy as soon as possible, because as you guys can see, we're kind of running out of daylight. We got about an hour left, so I wanna make it while the sun's still out, and then after that, we can cook some dinner. All right, so the recipe that I looked up online is supposed to be pretty easy. Basically, you just take all the ingredients that I bought, mix them in a saucepan, cook it to 300 degrees, and then let it cool, and you should have your rock candy. So I'm gonna do basically that. And I think I'm gonna cut the recipe in half too. 1/4 of a cup of water. Some of the corn syrup. 1 cup of sugar. A teaspoon of this lemon flavoring extract. And then a little bit of blue food coloring to get that classic blue Breaking Bad color. And we just mix all that together. Oh, that's plenty blue. Look how cool that looks. It looks so weird. But basically now we just stir this until it's boiling. And then once it boils, we cook it till it gets to 300 degrees, and then we just let it sit. And I'm gonna put it in that pan and let it sit and cool off, and then we're gonna crack it apart. Hopefully it looks like the stuff from Breaking Bad. All right, now that it's boiling, we'll let that sit, put our candy thermometer in there, and then once it reaches 300, we will take it out and pour it in there, and I'm gonna line that with some parchment and some olive oil so that it doesn't stick. All right, we're at just about 300. You guys probably can't see that, but now I gotta turn the heat off and move it away. And then once these bubbles settle and stop forming on the top and it cools down a little bit, then I can pour it over into this pan and let it fully cool. All right, I think that's cooled enough, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour it, and then we'll let that fully cool off, and hopefully it shatters up really nicely. All right, and while we wait for this little blue mixture to cool, I'll take you guys outside and show you guys around the campsite real quick. So we're just kind of literally out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, we're like at least 15 minutes from where that town was where I pulled in, and it's just kind of 360 New Mexico desert all around. Pretty nice sunset going on over there over those mountains, but Yeah, you can kind of see the town way down there. There's the interstate that I drove up in on, but yeah, we're just kind of on this pull out. And these are the best type of campsites because there is absolutely nobody around. There's not even another campsite around where someone could be next to me, so this is pretty ideal. And again, the silence of it just really gets me when I'm out here. Like if I don't talk for like 3 seconds, it's just like absolute dead silence, no wind, no nothing. Very serene. But anyways, I don't know how long this stuff needs to cool. Hopefully not too long because we're really losing sunlight here. But I'll check back in with you guys once it cools down enough to shatter it. All right, I think it has cooled off enough. So let's see if we can shatter it. Look at that. And there we go, look at that. That looks pretty good. All right, let's give it a try. All right, first piece. Look how blue that is. Look at that. That's pretty crazy. Definitely doesn't have any of that kind of lemony flavor that I was hoping for. It just tastes like a straight sugar brick, but good. I definitely won't be eating all of this, but it is pretty good. And I am definitely not looking forward to cleaning out that disgusting mess. I looked it up online, and apparently if you just put boiling water in there, it should clean it right up. So I'm hoping that works, but I will deal with this later tonight and get cooking on these bell peppers. And aside from the actual bell peppers themselves, this is pretty much a one-pot recipe too. And it always looks so gross coming out of these tubes, but get that browned up. And then while we wait for that meat to cook, I'm gonna start prepping the rest of the veggies, starting with the bell peppers. There we go. 2 bell peppers ready to be stuffed. And I actually just realized I do have an onion. I found one, so we'll cut that up too. Now we can throw these in with the meat. Add in the tomato paste. Mix that up. Then we can add a little bit of cheese right now. And then we'll also top the bell peppers with cheese after we bake them in the oven. And normally I would add a few more ingredients to this, but I'm kind of limited to what I have in the van because I didn't pick anything up, so this is just gonna have to do, but it'll be pretty good either way. All right, now we can take our turkey mixture and just stuff these bell peppers with it. Just like that, and now we can pop these in the oven that I've already started preheating, so it's already on. So I'll pop these in the oven, get them cooked, and then like 2 or 3 minutes before I pull them out, I'll top them with a little cheese, and we'll be good to eat. Kind of got to lean them up against each other because they're not very stable peppers, but... And there we go, and now we'll let those cook for like 15 minutes. All right, so the peppers need like 5 more minutes. They're still in there chilling, but I wanted to show you guys this sunset because it is absolutely spectacular. Look at that. This is easily one of the more beautiful campsites that I've ever stayed at. Pretty much 360-degree panoramic views all around. And then over here you got that spectacular sunset. I mean, this is a crazy life. Beautiful. Also, if you guys notice the stickers on the van, that's a Breaking Bad reference. I put them up there when I took my thumbnail, so I should probably take those off. When I initially had this idea to take the thumbnail with the tape on the side of the van, I was originally going to use duct tape, but then I remembered one time that I left the side window on my van open when I was building it, and I left town, and it poured rain, and I had the keys with me, and my brother had to duct tape a trash bag to the side of the window, and I think it might still be there, but it left a ton, yeah, you can't really see it that well, but it left a ton of like duct tape residue that took forever for me to get off, so I just used masking tape for that. But just a few more minutes on those bell peppers, and then we should be good to eat. I'm probably gonna close the door from here on out because it's gonna start getting dark in like 10 minutes, and it's very scary out when it gets dark, so I keep the door closed. All right, so these are just about done. So I'm gonna top them with cheese real quick, pop them back in, and then we're having dinner. And there we go. Look at them. Absolutely beautiful. Oh no. Oh. All right, for some reason they really didn't want to get scooped out of the pan, so I had to put the camera down, but there they are. I also just ended up making this little coleslaw salad to go with it, so there you go. That's dinner for night 6. Pull the lever, Kronk. Listen to it. Beautiful. And there we go. Now we got some nice diet root beer to go with dinner. So I'm actually super excited for the spot that I'm heading to tomorrow, because I think it's gonna be an extremely cool spot to go to and camp for the night. So tomorrow's video I think will be really cool. So if you guys like the series, make sure you check that one out too. Forgot to take the stickers off these peppers before I cooked them. Anyways, super excited for tomorrow's video. And these peppers are delicious. It's always nice after I cook a meal too, because the van is super warm from the oven being on and cooking and moving around and stuff. So I don't even really need the heater on right now. It's actually pretty comfortable. But anyways, I think that just about does it for day 6. As always, I appreciate you guys watching, following, subscribing. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you click that subscribe button. It really does help. I'm going to enjoy these bell peppers and relax for a little bit before I have to edit this video. So I will catch you guys in the morning.